Hi, I'm J.R. Lemon. I play Devin Wade on Madden's Long Shot.
I'm Scott Porter, a.k.a. Colt Cruz, the cruise missile.
And make sure you subscribe to what?
SportsHeads. Click that subscribe button, y'all. Come on.
Bring it.
We are at the fabulous Shard in London, England. Kevin Cato, Simon Milhan. We'll start off with the New England Patriots, who are traveling to the New Orleans Saints. Two teams that were kind of dismal in week one, to put it simple. I'm sure both coaches, Super Bowl winning coaches, are really disappointed in how the games ended for their teams. We got two quarterbacks, two future Hall of Fame quarterbacks who will be going at it. But defensively, these two teams, yard-wise, were the two worst teams in the National Football League in week one. You look at let's start with the New England Patriots. It concerns you most, offense or defense?
Defense. I don't think the offense played particularly badly for the first three quarters against Kansas City. They've also had an extra 3 days to get over that loss as well. So it really was the defense there was a lot of miscommunication there. They've got a lot of new parts there, and it's a very, very difficult one for them. They will get it fixed. They've got basically Trey Flowers up front on the offense and nothing else. I think they've got to get on the phone and get Rob Ninkovich out of retirement, basically.
Okay, so they're going to begging, huh?
I think they've got to. I mean, Kansas City played it really nicely last week. They didn't allow Brady to go up the middle. But it is a case of just the communication. I think they had, Donta Hightower was set out wide, as we said before. Really, they're going to have to bring him into the middle this week because it is a communication problem.
So what do they do about Amendola? How do you see that situation? For me, you got Hogan that you can put in the slot, who can play in that slot position.
Yeah, but he didn't get much separation against Kansas City. That was the issue for me. And Brandon Cooks actually had a good game. He only had 3 catches.
So
for
what about the
88
Gronk?
yards.
I mean, Gronk, 2 receptions. Where is Gronk?
Oh, where's James?
I mean, he's out there wrestling some people or something, huh?
Where's James White? 3.5 yards per carry. Was Philip Dorsett the right guy to replace Danny Amendola? There are so many question marks, and actually, for all the lauding of Bill Belichick, it was a really poor offensive performance as far as coaching went, I thought.
Oh, yeah, but it's kind of interesting for me with, people were talking about how Belichick is going to explode on this team this week. And it would have been so interesting from a coaching point, to watch Bill this week. Because for me, one of the things that you have to deal with as a coach, you never let your players catch up with you. So if you come in and hollering and screaming and they're ready for it and that's what they're thinking, it'd have been really interesting watching the psychology of Bill Belichick coaching this week. And we know with the New Orleans Saints, this is a team that they got to have a victory. They're at home. Sean Payton, the pressure's on.
I think the interesting thing is, from New England's point of view, they've got to trim the fat off the game plan a little bit, because there are a lot of players that are just, not melding at all. I think they're going to go after Devonta Harris, the cornerback, who got absolutely burned last week. And I think, Stephon Diggs actually killed him in Minnesota. He was all over the place. I think Cooks is the guy. If you're going to stick in a fantasy, Brandon Cooks is probably your guy this week. But New Orleans, they've got a very, very inexperienced secondary. They've got 2 rookies, 3 new linebackers. And, Devontae Harris last week, I mean, he looked dreadful. He looked what he is, a second-year player, undrafted second-year player. He just looked really weak. The defence is not fixed. Was it 470 yards they gave up last week?
Yeah.
They only managed to get 1 sack against Sam Bradford, who's probably one of the most immobile and the guy with the worst haircut in the NFL.
You're talking about them with the New Orleans Saints. 11 passes that went 15 yards or more. And this is one of those games where you go, okay, who do you like?
I like individual players in this thing. We've already said about Brandon Cooks for New England. Keep an eye on Tommy Lee Lewis as well. I think he's got a big season ahead of him, New Orleans wide receiver. He seems to be going very well with Breeze. He did really well in pre-season. He was pretty much his favourite target, so he'll go well. It's a difficult one for me. I think the Pats are 4-1 in New Orleans. That's the trend we got with that one. It's going to be a close game, but I think the Saints are they're 6.5-point underdogs. I personally think the Saints will probably cover that, but they might get beaten. I don't know. What do you think? Yeah,
I think with Brady and Belichick and those guys having that time, 11 pass receptions of 15 yards or more they gave up last week to Sam Bradford. I think Brady and Belichick are saying, I like that one.
Mm-hmm.
watching SportsHeads. Don't forget, you can subscribe to us on YouTube, but you can also hit us on Twitter, Instagram. We would love to hear from you. We're trying to take the program from next level to next level to next level. Enjoy.